Hi, I'm Sarah Woodbury. I've written more than 40 novels inspired by Welsh history and mythology, and I love all things medieval, which is why I'm here today at Flint Castle. Flint Castle was the first of Edward's iron ring of castles that he built around Gwynedd after the 1277 war. For his purposes, its siting was perfect. It was across the Dee estuary from England and an English castle, and the estuary was traversable at high tide in a boat, and in low tide you could actually walk across it. That was important because it meant that the castle could be supplied from the sea. It was and became Edward's jumping off point for his reconquest of Wales.
Like its brother castles throughout North Wales, Edward saw Flint as a foothold for his conquest, which was to be cultural as well as military.
Outside the walls, Edward also planned a plantation or English borough. Like many of the castles that Edward built in Gwynedd, his intent was to bring in English settlers and colonize Wales that way.
The castle was mostly completed by 1282.
Because of its strategic importance, David ap Griffith, Llywelyn's brother, attacked Flint to start his war in 1282.
After the final defeat of Wales 6 months later, Flint was rebuilt. During the rebellion of Madoc ap Llywelyn in 1294, the Castellan burned the castle rather than allow the Welsh forces to take it. Flint was rebuilt again, and a century later it was here that Richard II agreed to submit to the authority of Henry Bolingbroke. As one of Edward's first castles in Wales, its style was somewhat different from what came later, since Edward's chief castle builder, James of St. George, didn't take over Flint's construction until 1280.
There are elements of Flint that were copied from castles built in France. In particular, it had a keep that was accessible only by a drawbridge across a portion of the Dee.
And it may have been influenced by Aigues-Mortes in the south of France, which we visited in a previous season of Making Sense of Medieval Britain.
The inner bailey was also only accessible by a drawbridge from the outer bailey.
The castle was finally slighted and made unusable by Cromwell's forces during the English Civil War. Thanks for watching my video. You can click on the playlist or subscribe to my channel to see more. There'll be a new video next week. If you want to check out my books, click on the link to my webpage.